Marsha Moon here. I wonder if you guys are sick of me by now, but here goes in any case. So today I want to talk to you guys about audience interaction and playing music live. And I think to start off with quickly is when I started making music, I never thought about audience interaction. I never thought about that whole energetic exchange, about how important role it is, the people that's watching you, and your dynamic with that, and their dynamic with you. I thought music, I was ignorant. I thought music was just about the songs, the music, the storytelling. That's actually what I wanted it to be. Somehow I just ignored the fact that you're actually delivering this to someone. And once I started realizing that there's that extra dimension to being a singer-songwriter, it freaked me out for a bit. And I had stage fright for long periods of times. There was actually even situations where I would travel and tour and be so nervous to play. And you know, me being an introvert, you wouldn't say I'm an introvert, but I am. And me being an introvert, having to deal with people and playing and all the social aspects around it, I actually developed a sort of a sleeplessness, a serious sleeplessness, and being on the road, and it affected me while I was driving. You know, I would pour water over my head, driving for hours and thousands of kilometers because I couldn't sleep the night before. But any case, so basically it took me a lot of time and a long time to get to a point where I realized in the first place is that, you know, I think when people are self-aware or self-conscious on stage and they think about themselves in a way, it's, you know, it almost, it feels like it's supposed to come across as something modest and something humble, because you want to you almost want to put yourself down in a way when you're playing, or make yourself smaller when you're playing, and it's this conditioning that had some sort of a humble thing to do, but it's actually the opposite. It's a very egotistical thing, because it's not about you. I tell people sometimes it works like a bomb when someone goes on stage and they feel nervous, and when you say to them, listen, it's not about you. It's actually about the music. It's actually about that third thing. It's you, the audience, and then the product. And you really are just a vessel in the end. You're an important vessel because you're part of the delivery system, but it's about the product, because that's the exchange between you and the audience. So that's the first thing that I realized. And then the second thing is the concept of a true fan. I mean, I've played in front of audiences. I've got some friends that I've worked with as well, some musicians, and there's a lot of stories that we laugh about a lot. And I mean, I've been playing for over 20 years, and you know, I'm talking about lots and lots of gigs. If you work it out, 3 times a week over the past 20 years, that's a lot of gigs. And you play, sometimes people love you, sometimes people hate you, sometimes people lift you up, sometimes they break you down. But mostly it's actually come to a point where I realize that people want to listen to the music, they want to appreciate it, and it's almost like it's growing into that culture more and more and more. And we are nothing without our audience. It's that whole thing about the tree in the woods. If a tree falls down in the woods and no one is there to experience it, is it really falling down? How's my English there? Any case, but so basically, so that's important to realize, that the audience is actually so important. And I think a lot of musicians develop this bit of a untrust, this like a distrusting thing with the audience even before they get on stage. And I think people can feel that. So you have to trust the audience, and you have to know that they're there. They came out, they're spending their money, they're there to listen to you, they want to hear you. And if someone is a true fan, and if you're a true fan, it doesn't mean that you have to be a true fan of the specific artist on stage, but there's music fans, people who want to come and really feel the energy, and they understand, especially after lockdown, what it means to go out and fill themselves with energetic experiences, especially on a level that can actually heal and inspire them and take them down to the depths, you know, that type of thing, and take them up to the heights, as above, so below. But you know what? So the trust thing is very important, and a true fan will not sit there and put you under a magnifying glass. A true fan will come and they will understand, even if they don't really know the ins and outs of music, of the music industry, they will understand that we have difficulties, we have challenges. I mean, there's sound challenges, there's venue challenges, there's challenges in terms of every day is a different day. There are so many challenges. So your gigs are never perfect, but they are. And I think the point I also want to make is every gig is perfect, and perfection lies in the fact that you're giving the people an experience. Even if the sound goes wrong, even if your sound isn't perfect, even if there's people screaming in the background, even if there's a false note, a sore throat, a day that you don't feel energetic on stage, if you feel a bit shy on stage, all of that is still the experience. The experience isn't just the music alone, it's the whole thing. It's everything that's happening. And a true fan will appreciate that. And if there are those people who come and sit and they are there to actually judge, that's not your problem. It's you will get people out there that do that. And they will go home and they will say, oh, we've listened to this person and we're not happy, they did this and this and this and this wrong. Soos 'n ou vrou met 'n nat broek. But you will get that in every industry. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're offering, people are going to pick apart and see what's wrong with something. And that doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, performance it's a tricky thing, and you sometimes have these gigs where everything just comes together. But in the times that you don't, it actually does in a way too.